that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. You are my world in every place. It's the things that you do, and it's the smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. Without your love, I am out of place. And without you, I am just a trace. I love you with all of my heart. Together forever, never to part. I wanna be with you always. 'Cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. Always, yeah. You are my world in every place. Oh, oh, oh. It's the things that you do. It's the things you do, baby. And it's the smile on your face. Smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. It's the things that you do. The things that you do. And it's the smile on your face. The smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place.
Good evening. Good evening, community. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So I'm actually pretty excited that I'm here tonight. So, and the reason why is because one of the things that I try to emphasize and talk to people about is, hey, happy Friday, Walt. How you doing, big guy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Let me put those up there, right? Make sure they're right there. Good to see you, man. So, one of the things that I try to emphasize whenever I try to do something. So this month, hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good. I'm using a different mic. This month, I'm actually doing something called LETA, and I didn't go through the regular, where the RETAIU, things and all the different things that we're doing, and I'll get to read the rationale here in a second. It's because I'm doing this thing called LETA, so it's live each and every day in August, and so this is of course day 6, which is I don't know why I thought it was day 5. I think I put the wrong date on my thing, and one of the things that I learned from doing LETA the first time was this idea about just showing up, right? And I did a live stream about, I think it was around the 3 keys around showing up. And if I can be very honest with you, this is why we have the community, and why I want to make sure that I'm open and honest in this community, because I want you to be open and honest in the community. Didn't really have a great day. Actually, the week was okay. Wasn't super great. And today came home, and typically what I do is I go ahead and get like super prepared for this. I even actually had I don't know if Laura's watching. I asked her last week, Laura Williams, to be on here, and I didn't follow up with her to connect with her to be on here for this evening, because the week was going a little crappy, and I was literally this close from not doing a live stream today. And what I realized was that people actually showed up for the live stream tonight, or what I really wanted to maybe kind of talk about, because typically community takeover, we talk about anything and everything. But what I really wanted to emphasize today was that, the lighting and everything is pretty super simple, because I was thinking about, like, okay, the community will understand, and people those days and those weeks, in that it's okay. It's okay. They'll give me a pass, right? And I know you would have, right? I know you'd probably be like, oh, okay, because I did have a couple things going on this week, and I had to reschedule something, earlier this week. So I did have a lot of stuff going on this week. However, tonight I was like, you know what? I'm just going to not do the live stream and do something else and figure something else out for the evening. But I didn't. I wanted to actually be on here tonight because I want to practice what I preach. I want to be able to say that even though, despite how I may feel, or how the week may be going, or whatever may be transpiring, is that I want to make sure that I try to show up. And I'll be honest with you, if I can be a little selfish here for a second, I honestly probably didn't show up for you guys tonight, right? So when you think about this sometimes in your life and your leadership and whatever it is that you may be doing, a lot of times you can't do it for other people. You have to do it for yourself. So tonight was really for me to put all of the other things aside and really show up for Steve, and realize that, irrespective of what may transpire, I need to continue to push forward and to move forward. So I'm hoping that this resonates with somebody. I hope that this speaks to somebody tonight, whether you're listening right now, or you listen to this on the replay inside a community. Is because there are going to be times in your life, there are going to be situations in your life, there are going to be moments in your life where it's easy for you not to show up. And it's easy for you not to do something because, you will say, oh, that person will forgive me. They understand. But I really want you to understand that a lot of times you have to do this for yourself. You have to do this for yourself. And I apologize if I'm sounding redundant because I really want to emphasize that point. Because, in leadership, a lot of times we do things for the result. And a lot of times we do things for other people. And a lot of times we sacrifice certain things in our life to get to where it is that we need to get to. And that's okay because that's what we signed up for. In this situation with whether it's something that is that I want to do or something that is that's in your life, sometimes you didn't sign up for this. It was like something that you kind of want to do. The community takeover and live streaming and podcasting and talking about interviewing people is something that I really like to do and I want to do. So for me, I've had to make the commitment of my time and my efforts, my schedule, and everything in order to do that. And I'm doing this. I'm saying all of this because this is no, big thing for me. It's about just hopefully it's resonating with somebody because a lot of times we will sign up for something in our lives to do that really can be transformative. And here's the other thing. And I was thinking about this actually just as I was talking. It's the compound effect of your efforts, right? Or as Jim Collins talks about in his book, Good to Great, he talks about the flywheel effect, right? It is the consistency and the repetition of you showing up, or of you being there for someone, or you being consistent with your behavior as a leader, you're being consistent with who you are as a leader and what you want to stand for as a leader. Over time, those things compound. And you may not see the results of what you're doing immediately, but over time, you will see them. Or you may not, because you're doing it not for the future idea of the result. You're doing it because you can possibly and potentially help someone now. Yes, and you probably can help somebody in the future who listens to your content later on. But the goal is for you to possibly help someone in that moment who may need it right then and there, who may need to hear what you have to say right then and there at that moment. And so for me, those are the thoughts that I don't know. I just wanted to share that tonight. And come on here. Don't have a set agenda, and that is so unlike me, as you guys well know. I typically have X, Y, and Z that I want to cover. Sometimes I do an impromptu. I did an impromptu, I guess, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. That was actually pretty good. I felt it was good, and I had a lot of people on there. It was awesome. So, Mr. Walt has one. I definitely feel this. Thanks for showing up. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate that, Walt. Thanks, man. It's not going to be a tremendously long live tonight. I just did want to get on and just kind of share this message about showing up and what that can do for you in the compound effect. You may not see it immediately. And I know as leaders, we want to see the immediate impact sometimes of our behavior and what we do. But sometimes you just don't. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with showing up, even if nobody else shows up. Even if no one else comes into this live stream. Even if Walter didn't show up. I have to have the wherewithal. This is what I want to do, and I want to show up. So I'm really, truly hope that this has helped someone this evening, and that you're going to take whatever it is that I say to heart, and that you're going to show up for something that you probably didn't intend to show up for, or you're going to create something in your life. You're going to create a plan, a process, a strategy. You want to get better at communications. You want to get better at understanding where you fit in within your culture, within your organization. Or you may want to understand a little bit more about who you are as a leader, understanding your value system or creating a value system so that way, placed into a situation, you know exactly the direction that you need to go. And that is what this community is about. And that is what Worthy Retail, you, and also this coaching group is all about. It's about helping you understand more about yourself so that you can say no to those things that will distract you from your journey. It's about saying no to those things that are inconsequential to where you're going and the direction that you have in your heart for what it is that you want to do. Understanding who you are trumps everything. You know, one of the things that we say all the time is authenticity has no competition. And the only way for you to be your authentic self is for you to truly understand who you are and what it is that you are called to do. And that's part of our job. That's part of this community. That's part of what we do here at Worthy Retail You. So I'm just, Mr. Walt has another, I have a question. What's the question, man? What's the question? How do you choose between, I'm going to put this up here. I think this is a good question. How do you choose between showing up for you versus deciding to stay home and binge Netflix until you feel... Oh, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a great question. You know, because I think I realized that I needed to, something just inside of me was like, Netflix will be there. Because I'll be honest with you, and you'll see the live that I did for Lita, and I was talking about actually playing soccer and looking at a show on Apple TV. And I realized that, I can do that tonight. And because I had a week, right? I had one of those weeks. And I can do that. Or I can just get on here and chat for a little bit. I don't have to stand here the entire hour. I don't have to stand here the entire time. I can just chat a little bit. And hopefully this will resonate with people as they listen and look at this on the replay as well. I also think is that you have to think about that idea of what I was talking about earlier, the compound effect, right? The compound effect of your actions. Because I think I posted it a while ago. It was on Instagram, and I posted something, and it was two people. They were digging, two guys. They were digging, and they were digging and digging and digging, and one gave up. And you saw him, he turned around with a shovel, and he just turned around. And the other guy was digging. He still kept digging, and he was this close from reaching it. So if he continued to dig, he was going to hit pay dirt. Also, a shout out to my gym, Recharge. They keep on me. My man, Gene, the owner of the gym. I love him to death. I haven't been going to the gym. And he has been on me consistently and constantly, and I need to get back in the gym. However, one of the exercises that they did, and Ryan, if you're listening to this, or Gene, if you guys are listening to this, there was an exercise that they did. This was about a year, maybe 2 years ago. And when there were these different series of exercises that you had to do for a certain period of time. And and only Ryan, who's one of the coaches, knew the amount of time that it was going to take, or that when he was going to stop, right? So you had to do all these different exercises, and you either could give up or you can continue to move forward and do all these exercises. Suffice it to say, we were going for about 20 minutes, and anybody who has been to Recharge, it is an amazing gym. It's over here in Ellicott City, Maryland. It was an amazing gym, amazing coaches, and we were going and going and going doing these exercises, and I got tired. I was so tired, and I was just like, oh man, and mentally I was like, okay, I got to keep going. So I did the next exercise, and I think we were on the 15th different type of exercise, man. And I did the 16th, and I was like, oh, I'm done. I was like, I'm done. Guess what? Number 17 would have been the last one. If I would have just did one more exercise, then I would have been done and I would have finished. That story sticks with me because it actually is apropos to what I'm talking about tonight and the compound effect of finishing and being able to accomplish something that you don't know the outcome yet. But if you continue to move forward, you never know what can happen. And I think the tendency as leaders is that we want to consistently know the outcome of our actions. And sometimes the compound effect has more of a role to play with who we are as a person and where we go as a leader and where our business goes or whatever it is that may be transpiring in our life if we continue to move forward, if we continue to compound, if we continue to dig, if we continue to do that last exercise. We just never know. It could be that last podcast that you want to produce or that you want to, you're tired of doing and you end up recording, and it could be just that last episode that someone can listen to from Netflix or somebody like that and say, hey, we want to sign you. But if you don't continue, not saying that was your goal to be on Netflix, because Netflix is getting into podcasting. But if you continue to move forward, you just never know what could happen. So tonight was that mindset for me of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to continue to move forward and hopefully have a compound effect on my life, but also give you the guys the encouragement to have the same effect on your own life when you are feeling that you don't want to move forward or you're feeling that something is holding you back and you just want to pause. It's okay to pause sometimes. I'm not knocking those, but sometimes you just have to maybe find that extra little oomph and push forward, and you can do it. So Walt says, you showing up tonight has a compound effect on me, man. I listen to me, man. I didn't pay him to say that. I didn't pay Walt to say that. Listen to me, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than you know, man. More than you know, dude. Because we've been going through this journey with everything that we've been going through kind of together, man. So I appreciate that. So I am I'm gonna call it an evening. It has been 7. It's been what's that? but the invoice is coming, man. No, man. No, man. We listen to me, man. As many ideas as I have given you, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking, man. Just playing. I know you are, buddy. I know you are, man. I appreciate that. If anybody has, I don't know, there's a few people that may be listening or looking at this. If you have a question before I get off the air, because I apologize if it sounded like this entire takeover was talking about me, but I do believe this was for you and for anybody that was out there listening or you may be listening now, that you have a question, that you have a thought, you have something that is troubling you, that you may want to think, that you're thinking about. Please, if you have some time to put it in the comments. I'm looking at them right now. If not, don't worry about it. We are here. We are here for you. Whenever it is that you want to talk about, whatever it is that you want to talk about. So I will sign off for this evening. And I wish all of you a great rest of the evening. It's almost 7:30, so it's perfect. That's perfect. That's like 30 minutes. That was good. I wish you guys a great evening. I may jump on tomorrow night for another community takeover, possibly. I have a couple of thoughts and things in my head from a leadership standpoint that I want to put out there, and I want to discuss. And maybe if Laura, if you're looking at this or you're listening to this later, maybe if you're free tomorrow or Sunday night, let me know. Maybe we can do something like that as well too. All right, guys, have a good night and God bless. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. Have a good night. God bless.